Hey fight fans, let's break down exciting flyweight clash between unorthodox grappler Tim Elliott and dynamic striker Kai Asakura. Both fighters bring unpredictable styles and finishing potential, promising a fast-paced opener of UFC 319 main card. Tim Elliott holds the record 20-13, known for his relentless pace, awkward movement, and high-level grappling. Elliott constantly pressures opponents with chain wrestling and scrambles. He will face Kai Asakura. He has 21 wins and 5 losses. The Japanese knockout artist and former Ryzen champion brings explosive striking, creative combinations, and devastating power. Let's find out who holds the edge on different aspects using 10-point must system. Striking. Asakura's striking is sharper, faster, and more creative, especially at range. Elliott has awkward stand-up, but his primary goal is often to set up grappling. 10-9 Asakura. Wrestling. Elliott's chain wrestling and relentless takedown attempts give him the advantage here. He can dictate the location of the fight if he avoids big counters on entry. 10-9 Elliott. Jiu-Jitsu. Though not a pure submission specialist, Elliott's scrambling ability and positional control surpass Asakura's relatively unknown grappling game at the UFC level. 10-9 Elliott. Stamina. Elliott's pace and cardio have been battle-tested repeatedly. Asakura has good conditioning but hasn't faced a grappler of Elliott's caliber over 3 rounds in the UFC. 10-9 Elliott. Chin. Both fighters have been stopped before, and while Elliott has shown great recovery, his aggressive style puts him in danger. Asakura's chin has held up well but will be tested under UFC pressure. 9-9 Draw. KO power. Clear edge to Asakura. For a flyweight, he has real knockout power and finishing instincts. Elliott wins fights by pace, not by knockouts. 10-9 Asakura. Height and reach. Asakura has 1-inch height and 2-inch reach advantage, which complements his striking style and helps him manage distance. 10-9 Asakura. Experience. Elliott's long UFC tenure, fights against elite competition, including a title shot versus Demetrius Johnson, and chaotic fighting style give him the edge in big fight experience. 10-9 Elliott. Final scorecard. Elliott 76, Asakura 75. This matchup slightly favors Tim Elliott on paper because of his grappling, pace, and experience. Asakura's striking is dangerous and gives him a legitimate knockout path, especially early. However, if Elliott can survive the initial onslaught and implement his relentless wrestling game, he can drain Asakura's cardio and edge out rounds on control and volume. Now let's analyze possible outcomes. In 2 main outcomes, in my opinion, Elliott wins by decision 30%. If Elliott can find a finish, his pace and wrestling pressure can still secure rounds. Expect him to mix takedowns with clinch control, frustrating Asakura and grinding out a points win. And my prediction, Elliott wins by submission 35%. Asakura has shown vulnerability in grappling, most notably when Pantoja dominated him on the ground. While Elliott isn't Pantoja, he has a relentless scrambling style and strong top control. If he capitalizes on a takedown early, he could secure a choke or transition to a fight-ending position. Final note, this fight has a higher chance of ending early compared to typical flyweight bouts. Elliott's grappling is a clear path to finish if Asakura can't address his takedown defense. On the other hand, Asakura's power gives him a puncher's chance, even if his striking success outside the UFC doesn't necessarily guarantee elite-level results. Expect fast scrambles and explosive exchanges early, with a strong chance the fight doesn't see the final horn. Now let's make game plans for both fighters. How Tim Elliott can win. Pressure from the start. Use his trademark awkward movement and relentless pace to force Asakura onto the back foot early. Chain wrestling and scrambles. constantly look for takedowns, transitions, and scrambles to keep Asakura uncomfortable and unable to settle into a striking rhythm. Top control in submissions focus on positional control and opportunistic submissions, capitalizing on Asakura's grappling vulnerabilities. Elliott wins if he consistently gets the fight to the mat, creates chaotic scrambles, and maintains top pressure, eventually finding a submission or winning rounds through control and activity. How Kai Asakura can win? Manage distance. Keep Elliott at range using footwork, jabs, and feints, forcing him into bad entries. Exploit counters. Time Elliott's often wild forward movement with sharp counters, especially hooks and knees. Defend early grappling. Focus on defending takedowns in the first round when Elliott is freshest. Then open up with power strikes once space is created. Asakura wins if he keeps the fight standing, uses his speed and power to punish Elliott's entries, and lands combinations that can lead to a knockout or dominant striking based decision. Who takes the win? Drop your pick in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.